Hey folks, been a while, hasn't it? Or as the infamous Solid Snake would say, or no, not Solid, Venom Snake, kept you waiting, huh? So, our first video in a while, and we've decided let's do a talk on the Game Awards. And I don't know if you guys has seen the nominees for the Game Awards, but I have and I voted, and Jordan has at least like currently he's doing it right now, and he's voting right now.
Yeah,
And
why
what's
the
your
fuck is Jump Force on here?
I knew, I knew you would love that.
I hate that, but yes.
It's such a dumb, fighting game category, yes, but why
Yeah,
Jump Force? That is the
yeah,
joke
why
conclusion
Jump
of the whole
Force?
show.
Like, it was a major flop. Though, I'm now curious if there was a new Samurai Showdown, because I love Samurai Showdown,
Oh yeah,
and
Sam Show's
I
been
was
out for a
not
while.
updated on that.
Sam Show's been out for a while, and it's apparently really good. There's a
Yeah, I'm now
pirate.
looking that up, because I'm just so curious.
There's a
There's,
pirate lady with dreadlocks who is the premier Amazon waifu.
yeah, I just pulled up the trailer. I'm looking at it now, and there's a lot of characters from the old games in this, and I'm like, why is no one talking about the fact there's a new Samurai Showdown?
Well, it depends on the people you follow. Then again, we
Yep.
have been discussing more on Sonic SmackDown, which,
I
by the
mean,
way, when Jordan gets his computer back, we will do a video on.
yeah, and I'm sorry to everyone who's like, why the fuck are y'all dead? Well, one, I'm going to say the F word a lot more because we are not a kids channel. Two, yeah, my computer decided to just crap out, die, and then vomit on itself. The motherboard has essentially entered the nether realm. So I have to replace everything. Hopefully, I get a good Black Friday deal.
Yeah, or you could probably end up doing the Let's Heal for Real thing. I believe they're giving away a Alienware item of some kind. I don't remember what, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, Let's Heal for Real is a blood donation charity event. I
Mm,
did it because it was my first blood drive ever, and they were really nice to me. They were really, patient over that fact. Granted, I had a pretty nasty bruise on my arm afterwards, but that's blood drives. That's what you have to expect. But yeah, we will leave a link for their website in the description below. So if you can look to getting a blood drive near you so that you can hopefully get a chance at that Alienware tech and help out a person that might need blood.
yeah, I actually might go do that if one's in the area.
Yeah. So with that out of the way, let's talk some game awards. Boy
Yeah.
howdy, I forgot that this was even a thing. This has been a very hectic year.
It has been a year with a lot of releases. I'll give you that. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there is. Good lord. Like Pokemon on top of everything else with all the controversies and such, but that's topics that could be saved for a podcast or something. We're here to unnecessarily vote on some games that may or may not deserve to usurp Red Dead Redemption 2 an infamous amount of awards.
Hmm.
So, Game of the Year. Jordan, I believe you must have seen this. Uh, One category, just to give the Game of the Year award. So the nominees are Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, the remake, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, and
Smash Bros.
Smash Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds, which I have been playing on my Twitch and is really fun.
Sweet. Yeah, I voted Outer Worlds.
I voted Resident Evil 2
Cool.
because Capcom kind of deserves it. They have been on a roll lately.
Yeah, Capcom's having a renaissance.
Yeah,
I mean, they're having a renaissance. They've announced Okami 2. They're talking about bringing Mega Man back, especially with the new mobile game coming out.
They're also
Like, I
announcing
think
a Resident Evil 3 remake.
Nemesis.
Nemesis. Stars.
Stars.
Stars. Where is
Oh,
he?
yeah. No, that'll be my favorite. But, yeah, no, like, I don't know. I wanted to vote for Smash Bros, but I'm like, you know what? That was a game I just dropped, and every time I pick it up, it just doesn't ignite the same magic as even the Wii release does for me.
Yeah,
Might be nostalgia, but I just don't like the new Smash Bros that much.
I'm fine with it. I mean, hell, Terry Bogart's in it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
But admittedly, I am not as big into Smash Brothers as I used to be when I was in high school. And I would have voted The Outer Worlds, but I haven't finished it yet. That's also why I voted for Resident Evil 2. Any games that I voted for on the Game Awards are games that I've finished and liked.
Yeah, me, I'm not able to play a lot of games. It's my final semester, so I'm more voting on what really appeals to me, where I think a company did a good job. There's a lot of good PR, and I like what I see.
Yeah.
And if I've played it, then I actually kind of like give it a bonus tick in my head, like because then I have experience with it, and if I really liked it, like I might just vote for it because of that.
Yeah. What would also help is that we, featured it on the channel at some point as like a Let's Play or something, which
Oh, yeah.
leads into Best Action Game. The nominees being Apex, Astral Chain, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus. Fair to say, because like it could be because of the bias that we have videos of the game on our channel, but I voted DMZ 5 because that game's action is like excellence.
I mean, it was a good game. I enjoyed watching you play it, but I actually had to go with Astral Chain.
That's also fair. Platinum deserves the love too.
I love Platinum, man. Like, every time I see a Platinum game, it's just an automatic, oh boy.
Yep. Bayonetta
So
Best
now we're
Waifu.
getting into action adventure,
Yeah.
and that was Borderlands 3 Control. I've never even heard of Control. I'm surprised it's on anything.
Me too.
Death Stranding, Resident
Resident Evil
Evil 2, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and Sekiro.
I voted Resi 2 again because I'm not sure why Link's Awakening is on here. I don't feel like it.
It's an
I mean,
adventure game.
True. True. I don't know.
So, I mean, it fits. I think Legend of Zelda does belong here. And I was gonna go Death Stranding, but I was like, dude, that is just all adventure, and you don't get much action until really deep in.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, it's a game that's turned a lot of people off. I know Legend of Zelda turned a lot of people off, but I'm like, you know what? Nintendo actually did earn some love from me just for remaking that game,
Well,
even
the
if
only
I
thing that
don't
people
like the
seem to
art
be down
direction.
on that game for. Sorry to interrupt. What were you about to say?
Yeah, like I'm just glad they remade that game because I love Link's Awakening. It's one of the first games I played, and I played it when fan remakes were a thing in like 2012 of the game. And I don't like the art direction they went with it, but I'm just really glad to see that they're bringing some of their older titles back on the Switch.
Yeah, but the only downside that people are really seeing is that it's not a game of very high substance for the price that they're asking for it.
Oh hell yeah, no, I'll give you that. That was actually a down tick for me, which is why I was thinking Borderlands 3, but then I remembered I just really don't like Borderlands.
Yeah, I mean, I played Borderlands 2 back on the PS3, and I liked what my time was with that, but I can see the issues with Borderlands 3, and I'm just like, man, no.
I've only played the first one, and I got all of them on Steam now. I'm thinking me and Amanda, once we got her a place, etc., we're going to go ahead and just like co-op all the games.
Oh my god. Dude, video series idea?
Yeah, that's actually one of the things I've been planning to do with her.
Shaw.
So, yeah.
Best
who
couple
knows,
plays
maybe-
Borderlands.
Yeah, maybe a few years after all of that, shit on the original 360.
Fair enough.
Maybe I'll like it now. Who knows?
So yeah, fair to say, I voted Resi 2 again because I haven't played Death Stranding and I'm not really into the idea of playing it. I can watch it be streamed. I can
Yeah.
watch other content creators talk about it, but me playing it, I just don't really think it'd be very fun.
Yeah, I want to try Death Stranding. I really do. It's just I don't have my PC.
Fair enough.
I was
So,
actually going to be playing the new Star Wars game, but
I-
don't have a PC.
I was meaning to ask you about that for a while. Apparently, it's really good.
Yeah, and it's single player, no DLC, nothing. It's an old school action game, and I'm like, holy crap! None of the EA bullshit in an EA game.
It's in the game.
I want to buy it just to support that and be like, guys, return to form. Stop all of this gambling loot box bullshit and cramming it into things where it don't belong. just make a good game. And if they've made a good game and it's Star Wars and they can utilize the IP properly and not do more new Battlefront bullshit, then I'm all for it. You know what? Good job for the guys at EA who decided to let these people make the game they wanted.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's been pretty excited for that game about as much as Baby Yoda.
I do love Baby Jeff. Or is it Kevin?
Right.
I think it's
So-
Kevin, actually.
So for best art direction, it was Control, Death Stranding, Gree, Sayonara Wild Hearts, which I never heard of,
Me either. But it looks pretty badass. I like all the Fox Max.
Sekiro, and Link's Awakening again.
Hmm.
I mean,
I
I
mean-
went with Gree because honestly, the art direction in that is really good.
I hadn't heard of it, and I literally just picked Sayonara Wild Hearts just because I freaking love the bike and the Fox Masks. It just
Fair
looks really
enough.
cool.
So since we don't have much input on that, let's just move on to audio design.
I went Sekiro.
You went Sekiro?
mean- Yeah, I don't think we need to read off a lot because, like, okay, Control is in almost every freaking section, and I don't think anyone knows what that is, so whatever.
Fair enough. And anybody that does know what it is, sorry, you're not on the
Yeah.
right. You're not on the right channel.
Or, tell us in the comments, like, if there's a guy who's doing a playthrough of this that you think's really cool, send us the link. I'll be happy to watch it. But I've seen no coverage of that title. And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I'm actually happy with what I'm hearing about it, but at the same time, it's Call of Duty, it's going to show up. Death Stranding, it comes from Kojima. It's going to show up in almost every category it can.
Especially since
And-
Jeff Keighley really gave that heartfelt speech.
Yeah, and Gears 5, we're going to see that a lot. Resident Evil 2,
I voted.
going to see that a lot. And then I'm surprised by how much we're seeing Sekiro, honestly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I felt like the game kind of had its month of fame, but I guess that's the whole cycle. Get your month of fame and maybe be remembered enough for the Game Awards.
Yeah, but I feel like Resident Evil's gotten more fame, and it deserves it.
It does. It really does.
Yeah, it reimagined a classic game very well. So sound design, Sekiro's really one of the only games on this list I've watched long enough to really appreciate the sound design. And some of the stealth elements, I think, incorporate that well.
Right.
So that's why I picked it.
Well, for me, also, Resi, is that the sound design. Dude, you do not know terror until you think you hear Mr. X's boot stomps.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
God.
would be a good one.
Like, this happened on stream once, but that stream's, like, long gone, Twitch deletion and all. I was up on the third floor, like, waiting to get to a certain area to get an item, and I turned the corner thinking I saw Mr. X, and I screamed, and it was just a regular zombie. Like, I full on went, ah! Like, just straight up scream.
Yeah, I feel that.
Sound design knows how to make me piss myself.
Hmm.
So,
Good sound
next
design
is-
should.
Next is another category that we don't really have a whole lot of input on is community support, because
I actually have a lot of input on it, but that's because I love MMOs and such. So I will say I have feelings going into this. I'm not big into these deathmatch games like Apex and Fortnite, but it's cool to see that, they are getting some coverage.
Yeah,
Destiny 2 was a flop when it came out, and you know what? They've honestly just fixed the game so much beyond what I thought they could do. I've actually thought about getting back into it. Final
I-
Fantasy 15, my uncle plays the fuck out of that.
You mean
so,
14? 14.
Oh yeah, 14. I just realized there's an I before the V. Um, yeah, I wish they would, only make the single players freaking numbered games, and now the online ones, like I think it was
Well, it's not like they're
12. You
it's
can't
not
play
like
it
they're
anymore.
very, it's not like it's really necessary to play for Final Fantasy. What's the word? Continuity.
Well, no, there is no continuity. Each one's its own like complete story. That's why it's called Final Fantasy. It's its own story every time. They're not supposed to link together.
Oh
Like-
my god!
Yeah,
You just blew my
it's
mind.
the final installment of that fantasy every time.
Unless you're 7.
unless you're 7, because they'll always make a sequel to 7. Fortnite. You know what? I've actually had some fun on Fortnite. I'm not upset that it's here. I don't think it gets a lot of community support because everything goes through Epic Games, not their community for the most part. But whatever. At least it's getting some hype. And then Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six is the one I voted for. And that's because I am a huge Payday 2 fan. And I remember when the game came out and there was our Payday community kind of button heads with Tom Clancy community. And the fact is, both games are a lot of fun. And I really enjoy playing like cops and robbers. I like being on the bad guy side more. So I like Payday. I'm robbing banks, holding people hostage and stuff. But it's cool to like be holed up in a house, have other players being the police, and trying to reinforce your safe house and take them out while they're trying to bust in and kill you. Like,
see, all
it's a
this
cool
stuff
game.
all this stuff you're describing is good, but my dank mind immediately went to that one bad guy song once you said I like being the bad guy.
So long as it ain't the Billie Eilish one, I'm okay with that.
It was that one, actually.
Oh, shit. Every time I think of her, though, I think of this meme. And it was like, Billie Eilish, I forget what it is she ate. And someone's like, oh, my God. And then they have, Prince of Darkness himself with the bat going like, who the fuck is Billie Eilish?
The only meme I really know to big significance is that one guy who commented on her music video saying, I'm the bald guy. And YouTube themselves were like, hey, contact us so you could get like a golden like button.
Nice.
Around 1 million likes.
Dude, I know one remix of that song, and it's like a steampunk remix, and like the dude changed a few lyrics where he's like tying women to the train tracks and shit. And I'm like, okay, that is the song as it should have fucking been. Because I don't know, I don't like that poppy, warpy kind of style of music. It just doesn't really appeal to me. But I'm glad people are into it. People can like what they like. I'll stick to fucking death metal.
Fair
like
enough.
A normal human
I'll
being.
stick to Led Zeppelin and Black Keys any day.
Yeah, I need my Ozzy, even though that's not even death metal, but I like Ozzy. He had a recent album; it's pretty good.
So the only reason why I voted for FF14 for community support is because a lot of content creators I follow play FF14, and I've watched some of their streams of it. Granted, I'm not too into MMOs because they just seem like a very polarizingly different kind of game from what I'm used to. I have more fun watching it than playing it.
Yeah, like I've been playing with Amanda and her sister. Let me see where it is on my screen. Guild Wars 2, on and off, and it's a pretty cool game. I like MMOs. I like these community-based games, but for me, I really don't like timer like action games where it's like, oh yeah, all of your hotkeys on the number bar wherever you assign them. You can only do this attack like within this many seconds. So you got to switch skills, and then there's the animation delay, and there's some tactics to it. But I'm like, it's just not a very engrossing style of gameplay for me. But I like being a crafter. I like being in the crafting guilds and stuff. I like playing support for that reason because I'm not big on the combat.
Fair enough. But so outside of that. I feel like we can probably just skip the content creator and esports
yeah, because we
stuff.
know who the best content creator of the year is. It's us. It's us. Okay, if you are listening to this and you don't think it is me, Will, and David, then why are you here?
Yeah, you gotta admire our giant balls.
Yeah, we got balls of steel, yo. Hey man,
Sounded
dude.
like Alec Baldwin in that movie. You know what it takes to be a content creator? Big brass balls.
Big breast balls. I don't fucking care.
The only esports related thing that I did vote for on was esports game of the year.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't vote for a coach because let's face it, I'm the MVP coach. I tried to make David good at Overwatch. As for best EV3 sporting event, Evo. Anyone who thinks it's anything other than Evo, who hurt you? Like, I'm sorry. Like,
You
you're
have
wrong.
to always appreciate the Daigo parry.
Yep, pretty much.
It's
As
Daigo
for-
parry or nothing.
Yeah, esports game of the year. I went Counter Strike, man. Counter Strike. I'm all about that.
I just like I took a D20 and just rolled, and I correlated the roll to League of Legends.
Cool. That's a-okay. So long as you're not supporting anything Blizzard this year, I'm just going to shit on Blizzard. Like, until they actually do some damn good with their lives, I'm done. I mean, people are leaving like crazy, and I kind of hope that, I'm forgetting, what's that other company? Activision. Activision's going to start feeling the hurt when one of their biggest subsidiary companies starts to fail.
Yeah. So the next category that I voted on was Family Game.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Oh, I voted Team Liquid on esports team, and then Family Game for me, Super Mario Maker 2, because holy crap, you can have a lot of fun with that. Like
I voted
forever.
Luigi's Mansion 3 because I wanted to. I wanted to give it a vote.
Yeah, I really was hoping to do Luigi's Mansion, Ring Fit Adventure, or Super Mario. I kind of was thinking maybe Yoshi's Crafted World, but I haven't played it yet, and it looks good, but I've played a lot of Mario games and platformers, and I'm like, fuck, what you get with Super Mario Maker 2 is just great.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I haven't played
Okay,
it yet, but
yeah,
fair enough.
fighting game.
And then, as he said at the top of this video, why the fuck is
The
Jump
fuck is
Force?
Jump Force on here? Like, I don't know what the hell. I'm saying Bandai fucking paid for it. Like, they paid for a spot to get that on here because I never heard anything good about it. And
But in what other game could you ever have Jotaro Kujo fight Yugi?
I mean, I'm okay with the fact, but here's the thing: it's a limited roster in 2019 compared to almost any other fighting game on the market. It doesn't have a lot of tie-ins. No real DLC support that I've heard about. I mean, the graphics are all right. They look pretty good. The gameplay actually reminds me a lot of Soul Calibur, which is my favorite freaking fighting game series of all time. But for me, I'm like, okay, I got Soul Calibur, and I like 3D fighting games. I mean, we don't have Virtua Fighter coming out much anymore. I would love to see a new Virtua Fighter game eventually.
The
Please,
closest you
Sega,
probably get is having that
send me some
Virtua
love.
Fire character in Smash Bros. As an assist trophy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Virtua Fighter is a great 3D fighting game. And then we have freaking Tekken, which, I'm sorry, but if you think you're going to beat the four button system of Tekken easily, it's very hard to do. It's such a simple and complex game at the same time. And then, you got Mortal Kombat 11 on, which I've played a lot of recently. Going to my friend Ashton's house. She is a huge Mortal Kombat fan. And
Did she laugh at the Joker meme where it's like Joker DLC character looks a lot like the porn parody Joker?
no, actually. But,
You ought
we
to find it and show it to her because I think it would break her mind.
probably because she loves the Joker. But yeah, and then you got a new Samurai Showdown that I wish I'd heard of. Then you got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which I just can't say is the Ultimate Smash Bros.
Ironically,
And then Dead or Alive 6, and I'm like,
titty jiggle.
yeah, Titty Jiggle, Team Ninja. I mean,
Yeah,
Titty Jiggle. I had to vote. I'm
yeah.
voting for Titty Jiggle because
I voted
they're-
Sam Showdown because they needed the love, but titty
Yeah.
jiggle I will certainly give my props to.
like my only reason for voting Dead or Alive 6 over Samurai Showdown is I've played the series and I do enjoy it. So even though I enjoy Samurai Showdown, they haven't gotten a console game that hasn't been essentially a port, and I don't know how long. And I haven't really played a lot of SNK fighters outside of the King of Fighters. I've played Samurai Showdown in an arcade, but that was one of the original ones. So I can't necessarily support it until I play it. And
Fair
that's
enough.
just where I'm at.
I mean, all I really know is that there's this pirate waifu with dreadlocks, and yeah, I think you'll like her. Her name's
Yeah.
Darlie.
Cool. And then we got indie games. I went with my friend Pedro.
I went with Untitled Goose Game because of all the memes.
Oh, wait, there's an Untitled Dukes. Oh, what do you know? It's right at the end. I kind of want to change my vote, but also I'm going to stick with my friend Pedro because I've played games like it, and it looks zany and fun, and I like zany fun.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So okay, we got game direction. I went Outer Worlds.
That's Outer
I'm always
Wilds.
Outer Wilds. Oh,
Yes. You
well, I
dope.
don't know what that is, but
Read it.
it's got like a fat dude playing a banjo.
Learn English.
Whatever.
I went with RE2 again because,
Sweet.
it's just what my protocol was. All
Yeah,
right,
games for Impact. I don't know any of them, but Life is Strange 2, so I voted Gris.
That's a very odd one. It's like, oh yeah, I only know about Life is Strange 2, so I vote agree. What?
Yeah, it has a better picture, and I really don't like Life is Strange, so it's like, cool, I know this one game. Fuck it, I'll pick the one that looks cool.
Fair enough, I guess. All right, so independent game. I went with Katana Zero. I haven't played it yet, but it looks really fun.
All right, I'm now gonna vote. So, one second, I lost my place.
Baba Is You is also one that I would have voted for because it's a cute puzzle game.
This is the one where I vote Untitled Goose Game.
Fair enough. I mean, it's not a very substantial video game, but it certainly created a lot of funny stuff.
Okay, mobile game. I'm probably gonna go ahead and Call of Duty Mobile.
I just went with
Because,
what the golf, just because it was the same thing as the D20 thing when I went with League.
like, oh, never mind, I'm changing it to Grindstone. I am changing it to Grindstone.
I'm surprised Elder Scrolls Blades that's the mobile one, right?
Yeah, that is the mobile one. Yeah, they don't even get a mention. Okay, multiplayer game. I'm looking at all of them. I'm picking Tetris 99
I
because I
didn't.
have spent so many hours with Tetris 99.
I'll vote that one
Absolutely.
too. I didn't vote for this one. Like I didn't finish voting for all of them, so I guess some of these are also going to be my votes. Narrative. I went with the Outer Worlds because I like what's in there so far.
Yeah, it's really the only one I know about out of these. Like, I've seen Disco Elysium, but I haven't watched a lot of it. And then A Plague Tale just sounds freaking awesome. Like, I kind of want to imagine that kid's dead that the mom's carrying, but I don't know. So I can't
Let
vote
the
for it.
record show that Jordan likes it when kids die.
Well, I did just watch What the Hells, and the fact that Imp will kill children for free was a selling point for me. I'm like, holy crap, yeah, they were actually hired to kill the kid. Good job. Good job, Vizzy Pop. I actually really love your Hell content. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. I don't care what those people say that it's bad. I mean, it's Hell. Make it as cringy as you want. I'm all for it.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, okay, ongoing game. Hell, I'm voting Destiny because it's changed so much for the better. That's what I'll do.
I went
So,
FF14 again because again, content creators that play it well. For performance, I went with Ashley Birch, who plays as one of the party members you can get in the Outer Worlds.
oh, okay, I'm voting for Norman Reedus.
Norman Fetus.
Yep, Norman Fetus.
Fair enough. Let's see. For
Ooh,
role playing
role-playing
game,
game.
it was. I went with the Outer Worlds because I did not really. Okay, so there are plenty of divisive opinions about this game, but Kingdom Hearts 3 for me just felt kind of flaccid.
Mm. Yeah, no, I didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3 much, I'll say. It really isn't a conclusion like they were hyping it up to be. You know there's a sequel in the works. I don't know if it'll be a Switch exclusive now because they do that for their handhelds, it seems. Every side store's a handheld game. But no, I'm voting Kingdom Hearts 3 because I like the series. But yeah, it sucked. Like, 3 honestly sucked,
3 is kind of like
in my
what Metal Gear
opinion.
Solid 4 is, but for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, pretty much. It's still a decent action RPG. I enjoy it, but a lot of what makes Kingdom Hearts just isn't there.
Yeah.
And my issue with Kingdom Hearts 3 is it reminds me too much of Dream Drop Distance. And the real issue with Dream Drop Distance is, yeah, there was Sid at one point, and we got a little bit of content from The World Ends With You in Traverse Town, but for the most part, it was just a Disney-focused game.
And there were
And
no Final Fantasy characters in 3.
Yeah,
to
no,
speak
that's what I
of
was saying. There's
ever.
no Final Fantasy characters in 3. I don't even think there's a Sephiroth boss fight, which, okay, maybe it'd
There
be
isn't.
too many at this point. But what I'm saying is, Kingdom Hearts has always kind of been a blend between Square and Disney. Yes, you always go to a Disney type world, but they find a way to make it feel like a Square soft interpretation of that world while still keeping it fun and family friendly.
Yeah, but nowadays, like, okay, straight up with 3, when I played through the Frozen world, you literally heard all of Let It Go with Sora, Donald, and Goofy just commentating like, "What's that?"
Yeah,
Like you
no,
could have cropped those 3 out, and it would have just you could have omitted Frozen and lose nothing.
pretty much. And that's my issue. It feels like too much Disney, not enough Square. Because here's my thing: Birth by Sleep, in my opinion, may be the best Final Fantasy game. And yeah, it's now old. It was on the PSP, but even though it was still very Disney focused, it focused more on building the world of Kingdom Hearts and the backstories of the three Keyblade wielders before Sora,
Fair
Riku,
enough.
and Kairi becoming the Princess of Heart. Like, at least it focused on the fact that it knew, hey, we need to make this game a link between what happened in the before the first game and what we're going to try and do with the third game. Like, that is one of the only necessary side games anyone should play. And it gets away with that because it focuses on the fact it's world building the world of Kingdom Hearts.
Fair enough.
It doesn't
But
have to be a heavy Square game, but yeah, I just 3 to me is way too distant.
yeah, I did give it the score and music one though because, Kingdom Hearts has always had a really good soundtrack.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll give you that because I actually been listening to the soundtrack of the paper, but I'm probably going to vote Devil May Cry for soundtrack.
All right. Fair enough. So, for sports and racing games, I just threw Crash Team Racing cuz, why not? Because everything else
Same.
was the sports was like actual FIFA stuff and I was like, "No, thank you."
Yeah, I would prefer Sonic Tag Team Racing, but I'll do Nitro Fueled.
Okay, for strategy game, I jumped on Fire Emblem Three Houses immediately.
All right.
Like, I am so happy that it's on here. It is one of my
I
games of
kind
the
of saw it
year.
coming, but it's good to see that Nintendo's getting a reputation outside the family game market.
Yeah, and I haven't played Wargroove yet, but I would have voted for that if I did.
Yeah, I'm going Total War Three Kingdoms because I actually grew up playing the Total War games, and I really like Total War. So
Fair enough. Good. Good to hear.
Beat
But yeah,
Saber, just
I'm.
Beat Saber. We
Oh
don't
yeah,
even
for
have to
VR.
read off what this is, but Beat Saber. Anytime I see Beat Saber, it's winning. It's winning. Yeah,
Yeah,
Beat
fair
Saber.
enough. I mean, you can mod it in any way you want. You could even have Smash Mouth.
Yeah,
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roam me.
and then I sliced him to fucking shreds.
So yeah, that seems to be all of the categories. So far it seems to be shaping up to at least have some variety, but I imagine Death Stranding is going to be pretty prominent.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can at least be able to see some cool trailers out of it. Hopefully we get another big drop of a Smash announcement. And I realize we've been sort of down talking Smash Ultimate, but if we get another Smash character reveal during the Game Awards, I would not be mad.
Fair enough. I mean, fair enough. I wouldn't be mad either.
And if
Because
it's
Terry Bogard is good.
yeah,
But,
and if Travis Touchdown gets revealed as the character, oh my god. I will actually pop through my roof and fly with joy.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess that sort of concludes our discussion about the Game Awards. So any other
Probably, yeah.
inputs that you've got?
Not really, man. Like, I just. There's a lot that goes on now. I just don't really know.
Yeah,
Which
fair
kind of
enough.
sucks.
So I think the Game Awards is taking place on the 12th of December, so yeah, forgive us for dating our video a bit, but why not? You know, it's been a long time since we put one out.
Yeah. So hopefully in the new year, I'll be getting a new computer. I'll use this as an announcement. I'm maybe going to start deleting older videos just to try and prevent us from getting hurt. The page was opened by David, and he's now in college. I don't need anything coming back to bite him in the ass.
Fair
So,
enough.
understand we're going to become a lot more belligerent with this COPA shit coming down the line. And yeah, it's less professional for me to be this way, but I honestly need to start covering our asses.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching. And, say the F word like 20 times in a row because YouTube is untrustworthy as hell right now.
Yeah, you got to say it with the spoon, while playing the spoons too, kind of like you're having a hoedown.
Yeah, make this a whole fucking hootenanny.
Wait, but hoedown.
Hoedown and hootenanny, yeah.
So yeah, I guess with that being said, hope you guys have a good time watching this video and hope you have a good day. Please like and subscribe and check out our social links as well as...
Yeah, and ring our fucking bell.
Yeah, ring our bell and also check out Let's Heal for Real in the description below. Catch you later, guys.
Yep. Love y'all.